Hello.
Hello.
Can the boy hear me?
The boy can hear. I hear everything.
What am I eating?
Oh no. Puff Cheez-Its.
Oh.
Regular Cheez-Its.
Uh-uh.
What is that?
Says cheese it like
Cheez-It
baked or something.
Thins? Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
How we starting this bitch? I got an idea.
I have an idea. You go first.
It's something like someone needs to exercise these demons, so it's like a gym in hell. They're
Oh, that's good.
exercising.
That's good.
What's your idea?
Mine was that because Seth's not here because he's sick, it was gonna be like, hey, Seth came over, but like he's not doing too well. I don't know if he's gonna be making it yet. It's just
You bitch. Yeah, we could do that. Let's do both. Let's do mine for this, and then we're saying it's me and you, and then we'll say where's Seth. We don't know in the after the intro and theme song and everything.
Yeah,
then we can do them both.
That's good. I'm upset.
The Drake song.
No, fuck. God, every Drake album, every year a new one. No, in fantasy.
Why?
My undefeated season might finally go down to Connor because every single one of my running backs is like out or injured. So I have Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones, and Aaron Jones is out. So then I picked up Jalen Warren earlier in the season, but now he's on a bye week. So I picked up the Bears guy, like the Roshan Johnson, and then he just went out. So then I had to pick
hurt
up
this week.
Ty J. Spears, Derrick Henry's backup.
Yeah, he didn't do too good today.
That's like, God damn it. There's nothing.
Which league is that in? Seth's league?
Seth's league.
Let me check that league. I think I'm going to lose again in that league.
You're Lawrence and Lawrence? Yeah, you're going to lose.
I've got decent running backs, too. Those two. That's about it.
Yeah. Puka didn't do much today. For once. And I think I'm beating you in Dynasty. Oh, yeah.
You're having a good year. No, we're not. Oh, and Missions Dynasty. Yeah, we're playing.
Missions Dynasty, yeah. But I'm clobbering Eric, which means I'm still in first. Let's see. Kevin's going to lose, which means Casey's climbing in the rankings.
I'm going to be 3-3.
Nate Dogg might lose, which means Chris is going to climb in the rankings.
This is getting chaotic.
And Brant's going to be 3-3. So, yeah, I mean, it's not Kevin, Brant, and Nate anymore. It's weird.
It's you.
It's not Big Dog. I was going to say Big Dog. That's not me. That's not me.
You're a little squirrel. It's your time.
Little squirrel.
And I'm a little boy.
Little boy, little squirrel, and Big Dog. The little boy owns the big dog who tries to kill the little squirrel.
Who owns the boy?
Oh, wow. It's a circle.
It is.
So we're gonna exercise. We're gonna be in a gym.
How should we navigate ourselves there, me and you?
I think I'm gonna be like a.
You could be like a new. You've been sentenced to hell. Let's check out the amenities. Here's the gym.
And it's just the pacer test over and over and over again.
Could be that. We could just vamp.
Or it's just like it's just Jane Fonda, and you're like, wow, this isn't too bad. But she has a penis. Like a
something
big
like that.
Penis, yeah.
Yeah, hells.
There we go.
Nice, some demons in there. They're getting jacked.
So I'll be the newest admittee to hell.
Okay.
And you can be the gym instructor. Hi, Caesar boy. Hey, thank you. That's lovely. I think we've got a plan then. Hi. You sit? Can you shake? Oh, you so smart. Don't lick my desk. Can you lay down? Can you lay down? Thank you. That's a good boy.
You dumb.
He's not dumb. All right. I think I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
So fucking ready. All right. Testing. Yeah, that's beautiful. All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
Goodness gracious. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Play. Wow. This place isn't too bad, I don't think.
Yeah, I am sorry, sir, about having this whole thing, you know. But rules are rules, and you can't do that to those kids. So you did end up here, of course. But it's not. You're right. It's not so bad. Yeah, go ahead.
I honestly thought that it was going to be a lot colder here. Who knew that?
In hell?
And who knew that hell was hot?
No. Well, maybe that's part of your mistake, sir. You don't know stuff like this. But
I also don't know ages very well, but that's
no,
okay.
that is part of why you're down here. But on your left, Mr. Tigner, on your left, you will see our gym. We have we do have some setups here. It's not great. It's not up to date or anything like the major Pac-12 colleges, but it is pretty nice.
I love to exercise and
let's check it out.
Exercise my rights as a white supremacist male named Seth Tigner. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, over in here, it's Methuselah. Hello. What do you got to say?
Hey, Methuselah.
You been working out, Methuselah? Oh yeah.
You're looking good, Methuselah. What have you been doing?
The beep test.
The beep test. Beep test. Oh no. Is that the pacer?
Methuselah, we're trying to sell Mr. Tigner here on the facility, so let's show off some of our other stuff. Beelzebub, let's come over here.
Hey, Miss Viola. Well, hey there, Mr. Tigner.
Hey, Beelzebub. I don't know how to pronounce your name clearly. What do you think is our best machine here?
So the best machine is actually going to be on my lap, Mr. Tigner. You're going to sit and you're going to grind and you're going to grind and your ass is going to get so strong.
Oh, Beelzebub.
I don't think I like. Anybody else have? I might take that over the pacer, but
it's unfortunately here in hell, sir. Your schedules are predetermined, and we are past the drop date, so you can't really change anything yet.
Can I upgrade to a platinum thing or?
Nope.
Wow. All right. Well, Miss Beelzebub. Well, I guess we're gonna start. I'll get stretched out and let's get exercising.
I'm here.
Oh. And we're back, the boys.
All of us.
Miss Beelzebubs and
Methuselah.
Methuselah.
Those are the only two demons I could remember.
And Mr. Tigner, Seth's actually not here with me at the moment. He was here. We watched the movie, but he's kind of sick. Like, I don't know if he's gonna make it. He had to
COVID.
No, I don't think so. He went to the bathroom like really fast, and so wait.
Seth.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna make it.
He doesn't look good. It sounds like.
I'm mostly just here shitting, like violent shitting, but who knows?
So probably not for today.
Probably not for today, Seth. Yeah, he says he wants to be fucked like a with a cornstarch dick, and so I don't think he's.
He always says that. That's normal.
Seth, do you want to be fucked by a cornstarch dick? Right? He keeps saying like the normal stuff, like I love Donald Trump and anti-Semitism. He keeps going on. Seth,
He loves that stuff.
No, something's wrong with him. He just said he hasn't seen Dougal. Something is wrong with him.
That's not him.
He might be possessed.
He's in the wrong state of mind.
He might be. So
Speaking of,
we're just gonna have to do it without him.
Just me and you. When's the last time it was just me and you? Forever?
Just the one of us. That was. It wasn't Red Notice, was it? No, it was Cocaine. No, it was Brighter Summer Day.
We haven't had one in the last month or so where Seth dipped out.
Seth dipped out for Battleship, but Jordan was there.
Mm.
And then Brighter Summer Day, you dipped out for Tammy and the T-Rex. And then Cocaine Bear, me and you. And then Red Notice.
Yeah! So it's Cocaine Bear.
That's not Cocaine Bear. It's Dougal.
It's Dougal. What questions do you have for me, Brandon?
Do you like Dougal?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. That's not related. I just needed to get that out in the air.
Aw. He's so doogie.
He's so doogie.
I can't wait for that day.
Dougal Hauser. I'm kind of working on the season 9 script. We mentioned that we might be doing themed months every even month, so we have to decide what April might be. It could be dog themed. Hotel for dogs. Dougal. There's 2 killer ones right there because of Winn-Dixie.
You're right there. Yeah, Marley and Me.
There we go. That's which one's our masterpiece? That's our
masterpiece. Dougal.
Marley. Oh, okay. I was gonna say Hotel for Dogs because was it your mom that cried at that?
Mm-hmm.
She loves Hotel for Dogs. Man.
She does. In theaters.
In theaters. Well, questions for you. First, do you like the woman from The Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage that got kicked into the wall?
You're asking the wrong guy, man. This is a Seth question.
He says he doesn't like that translated if you play it in reverse. I don't like The Wicker Man, which is not crazy. Right. Next question. Do you like projectile vomits?
No, I've done it before. I don't like it. And visualized on the movie pad.
Okay. Next question. Do you like ancient architecture in northern Iraq?
I do like that. I do. I quite like that, in fact.
And sending a monkey on Iraq.
Yeah. Poor Ham.
He's gone.
He's no longer with us, of course.
And my last question is, do you like movies about boxers?
I do. Movies. But boxers, yeah. This is one.
Typically, I do. Well, if you've answered yes to liking Dougal just because, the woman that got kicked into the wall from the Nicolas Cage Wicker Man, projectile vomiting, ancient architecture from northern Iraq, or movies about boxers, you've come to the right place. This is the good, the bad, and the scary.
The bad. Ooh.
And we got the little squirrel, the little boy, and Big Dog somewhere.
He's there in spirit.
Ooh, spirit. Ooh, there could be a spirit somewhere.
Ooh, he's drinking spirits.
But this week we did The Exorcist from 1973. Our masterpiece. But We're not ending
Out of order.
October. Yeah, exactly. The Downtown Spook Boys have a little bit to change up because you're going to be here in Billings next week. So why
you
not?
Spoiled it.
And we can't go to Dos Machos. I'm sorry.
Damn it. Why? Is it closed?
It's closed. It's been closed for years. I don't know why you always mention that like average Mexican restaurant. He's like, go to fucking
Maybe
Dos
it'll be
Machos.
open when we're there.
It's now a restaurant called Fiesta Mexicana.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
There
good.
you go. We could go there.
We shall.
And so we're gonna finish our trilogy for the James Wynn Birdemic series then
In person.
with all of us here. So we're taking on
Live.
a masterpiece.
We're doing a live show.
Live show. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok live, Pornhub live.
Yeah, especially. And we're selling tickets in your basement.
Yeah. So come
a
down.
Month. Get a ticket for a whole month. It's only $480.
But just the one show, if you do it just the once, it's $7. So I mean, it's not really worth it to just do the one ticket. You want to do the whole month.
Yeah, and that's amenities, utilities included.
Yeah, you get to pay my utility bill. It's crazy. This is a limited time offer. You pay my utility bill and you watch us live.
But you get to live at your house for a month.
Oh fuck. No. That's a lot of work.
Only $480.
We picked The Exorcist, and we had a couple other masterpieces we mentioned. We did The Shining last year with Charlie, which was great.
Shout out.
He brought lots of
Bravo Charlie.
Yeah, he brought lots of wit and
chutzpah,
humor, and cum gutters to the podcast.
He was very intelligent. Yeah, he brightened it up.
He did. Not like our usual shit. And then we decided we had 3 leftovers. We had The Exorcist, we had Get Out, and we had Hereditary. Two more modern ones, which are just absolutely stellar. But you immediately put in, you said we have to do The Exorcist.
I think
this is the one.
Yeah, I think along with The Shining, this is the second most cited best horror movie, most instructional horror movie of all time. I'd heard about it from my stepdad, his horror story from when he was a teenager.
Nice.
So it had a little personal history to it as well. But yeah, I think William Friedkin, I don't think he did. He just died a couple months ago, the director.
Oh, really?
He did, yeah.
Dang.
Or even like a month ago. It's sad stuff. So R.I.P. Bill Friedkin.
Yeah, Bilson. The only other ones that I think that are like timeless classic horror films are technically horror, but they don't fit into the horror genre quite as well as this, like Jaws and Alien, which we have done. Space horror and this sea horror. Like, people didn't want to go in the ocean for years because of Jaws.
Sea horror, yeah.
And people didn't want to go into space because they weren't able to for years.
I think because of aliens.
And because of aliens.
And people don't ever want to go into mazes because Jack Nicholson will be there.
I thought you were going to say because of the Maze Runner with, I can't remember his name.
That's the kite runner.
Yeah. The Elephant Man. Well,
yeah.
The Exorcist. I don't have a beer. It's just me. I also have a headache. I got my flu shot yesterday, so I'm feeling a little sluggish. I've got a small headache. I had to work all day, so
it's like a slug.
Yeah, I feel like a slug.
Yeah, I feel you.
I morbed right there. If you weren't watching though,
I feel you. I'm also similarly tired in that middle school football was over. It ended this last week. Tiring stuff for first year teacher, and then tomorrow middle school basketball starts. So I'm like,
there you go.
Yeah,
you got to start it back up. So
Champions.
I've got Mountain Dew Live Wire, some caffeine to help my headache. You've got
water
and
Cheez-It, the baked thin version. They have a special name. Maybe Twists.
This episode is brought to you by Cheez-It Baked Thin, maybe Twists.
Cheez-It Baked Thins.
Eat them now.
Not snapped, not those.
I love the snap though.
What the fuck are these things? You keep going. What the hell?
I wonder whose headache is worse, mine now or yours during the Nacho Libre episode. You were going through
My
it
worst.
that episode. No, your
My
worst was
worst was
Power Rangers.
yeah, I had a migraine like full on that episode.
Yeah. Well,
One of that ones.
Well, let's dive in. You already mentioned the director. It's William Friedkin. And you got to know this guy. This guy.
Oh, I know this guy. Chicago legend. This
He's
guy.
He's done
He's a
films
movie
such
guy.
as Good Times, The Birthday Party, The Boys in the Band, Sorcerer, To Live and Die in L.A., Rampage, The Guardian, Jade, Rules of Engagement, The Hunted, Killer Joe, and just a little ditty that he did called The French Connection.
You mean Best Picture winner?
1972 Best Picture winner.
Just a year before this. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he had a Best Picture winner, and then the next year he makes one of the most timeless horror films of all time. That's crazy.
Movie. And then after that, I believe Sorcerer, which I saw and I liked a lot. That's a movie about a truck in a jungle.
Nice. I've heard of To Live and Die in L.A., and I've heard some good things, but I've never seen it.
I know that as a Tupac song.
I think my parents might have had the VHS of it. I don't know.
They lived and died in L.A.
In Billings, Montana.
Your mom and dad did.
Yeah. And then a writer today, William Peter Blatty. He's written...
Blatty.
He's a... His
daughter's a Blatty.
It sounds like... What the fuck does that mean?
I was playing off of Batty.
Oh, she's a Blatty. I get it now.
Yeah.
Sounds British, honestly. But he's written The Man from the Diners Club, A Shot in the Dark, What Did You Do in the Way, Daddy?
Daddy, Blatty.
Blatty, The Great Bank Robbery.
Ooh.
The Exorcist 3.
Ooh.
And The Ninth Configuration.
Wow. He only does in multiples of threes.
It's weird. Yeah, he hates even numbers. So he'd probably skip 12 and go on to 15.
He probably went to 27.
Oh, exponential growth.
139 a million.
Kind of like our writer's block. Or TV talk? Did you listen to our TV talk?
Not yet. I saw it pop up there.
God, Seth and I were so fucking drunk.
It'll be listening this week.
I'm upset. Seth's in the bathroom right now. I'm upset right now that he's in the bathroom and not feeling well because he wanted to do his creams of the week for you.
Oh, he has some creams?
Yeah, his top creams of the week. And so, I don't know, maybe he'll let us know. But
like in what variation? In all variations?
Similar to like our hottie ratings for Paradise Hotel, but it's Seth's creams of the week.
Oh, I showed Paradise Hotel to the children in class.
You told me that, yeah. You showed it to your students. Only the finale. They went
nuts. I showed it to them and they're like, "Why are we watching this? This is dumb." And I'm like, "Just play it." And they're like, "This is so stupid." And then it happened, and they were all like, "Oh my god, that's amazing! We have to watch the whole thing."
Why did you show it though?
Well, because we were watching the end of a Hercules movie, and the Hercules movie and Paradise Hotel were the only two things in my video watch list. And so right before we were about to play it, I was hovering over Hercules and I was like, it's really rude. Remember, guys, it's really rude to talk during movies and to be on your phones during movies. And it's really, really rude to tell a teacher that they're playing the wrong movie in class. So don't do that. And then I played the wrong thing on purpose. And then we watched that. So I pranked them.
That's lovely.
There's no academic purpose.
Guys, if you haven't tuned into our TV talks for Paradise Hotel, they are stellar.
Yeah, they're stellar. That
is our writer, and then a cast.
Some famos.
You've got several. You've got Ellen Burstyn.
I don't know her.
You might know her as
from this. I know her from this.
You might know her as the woman that got kicked into the wall from the Nicolas Cage The Wicker Man.
Oh, I don't know her. I haven't seen her.
The older lady. You got Max von Sydow.
Okay, I know him from this.
Yep, I do. I know him from somewhere else, but I can't figure out where. You've
From
got
a movie?
yeah, for sure. Linda Blair.
That sounds familiar. Is she later
She is
in
Reagan.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
I don't know. I didn't die, but I know the name Linda Blair too. Then you got Lee J. Cobb. You've got
On the
Kitty
top.
Wynn. Kitty Wynn.
She
You've
was
got
not.
you've got Jack McGowan, Jason Miller, and William O'Malley.
That's an early 70s cast.
Yeah.
Is this the second or third earliest movie we've ever done? Pretty early.
That's a good question. It's obviously
It's not the Christmas one.
It's a Wonderful Life is our oldest.
And our Christmas.
And then it's probably Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah.
And then this. I think it is one of our oldest because then Shining, Alien are both after this.
Annie Hall.
Annie Hall was 75. 71. When was Annie Hall? It
77.
might be Annie Hall. 77. So this might be our second.
It's a shout.
The Blatty.
The Blatty.
And then a plot for you, if you don't know The Exorcist. When a young girl is possessed by a mysterious entity, her mother seeks the help of two priests to save her daughter.
Sure.
Had you seen before?
I did. I saw when I was 17 or 16.
Okay.
In my basement with my friend Jordan and my stepdad, and it freaked us out. No, not Jordy. Didn't know Jordy at the time.
This was my first watch. I know Seth had seen it twice before, and I watched it last night, 9 p.m. by myself in my dark basement. Yeah, I remember last year, like, you have to watch all the movies in the dark at night.
That's a good way to do it.
I did it down there, and it's the Brandon bitch hour. I don't like scary movies, but I did pretty well with it.
Compared to Martyrs, yeah.
I honestly don't think it was that scary. So,
but what about as a piece of cinema?
It's pretty scary how good it is.
Okay.
You want to hear some history
about the movie?
Yeah.
Is this new?
Yeah, this is a new section.
Oh man, we're at the red carpet. Let's hear it.
Okay. The thing with
Brandon.
It's like Paul Revere bringing you history.
Here he goes.
The history is coming. The history is coming. Let's drop the beat. The Exorcist is a 1973 American supernatural horror film.
That's how Paul Revere does it.
You don't know that Paul Revere didn't spit bars.
There's a band called Paul Revere and the Somethings, the Raiders
of the Lost Ark. Yeah, Paul Revere and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Did we just come up with a song for history?
I think so.
What was your little chant there that you did before the beat dropped?
I did. The history is coming. The history is coming.
I think we should do that every time.
We're going to make Seth do it next week.
And you won't know it's coming.
He won't even know. He's going to just do his creams of the week, that dirty bastard.
Idiot.
So, The Exorcist is a 1973 American supernatural horror film directed by William Friedkin from a screenplay by William Peter Blatty based on his 1971 novel of the same name. So he wrote this novel. Yeah, 2 years later. Author William Peter Blatty once won $10,000 on the Groucho Marx show called You Bet Your Life from 1950. When Groucho asked what he planned to do with the money, he said he planned to take some time off to work on a novel. Groucho is mentioned in the film by Lieutenant Kinderman in jest as playing Othello. And Blatty, who also produced in Friedkin. Wait. Oh, I get it now. That's weird. Blatty, who also produced the film, and Friedkin, his choice as director, had difficulty casting the film. Their choice of relative unknowns, Burstein, Blair, and Miller, instead of major stars, drew opposition from Warner Brothers executives. Principal photography was also difficult, taking place in both hot deserts and refrigerated sets. Many of the cast and crew were injured, some died, and unusual accidents delayed
I did
shooting.
know that, actually.
I couldn't find how they died or who did, but
And
then some unusual accidents delayed shooting. Production took twice as long as scheduled and cost almost 3 times the initial budget. The many mishaps have led to a belief that the film was cursed itself. The cultural conversation around the film helped it become the first horror film to be, spoilers, nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture, as well as 9 others. It has had several sequels. The Exorcist had a significant influence on pop culture, and several publications regard it as one of the greatest horror films ever made. In 2010, the Library of Congress selected it for preservation in the U.S. National Film Registry as being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant.
Some great stuff, great tidbits in there. The history truly was coming. I know I think we already talked about it maybe in the Shining episode, but I believe Kubrick was attached to this as well at some point, and they wanted him to direct it, but he didn't get the control he normally demands.
I believe so, yeah. And I think it might have been a front runner for Best Picture that year. You want to know what the other ones that were nominated in 74 were?
70, yeah, at the 74 Oscars.
Yeah.
And the winner, please, as well.
Okay. A Touch of Class was one of them. Cries and Whispers. American Graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
You've got this. And then the winner was The Sting.
Good movie.
The Sting's very good movie, yeah.
A Friedkin-esque movie, almost.
Almost. So, pretty good year. It's renowned in so many ways, but it had its issues.
And it has a movie sequel this year out right now.
They just keep making Exorcist sequels. I can't remember
Exorcist
what this one's
Believer.
called. Yeah, that's what it is. Exorcist Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Or Nodder.
Exorcist's Imagine Dragons Believer.
Believer. I hardly know her. In court. How could
Believer,
you?
I hardly know her.
How could I believe her?
I don't think you can.
On word alone?
Yeah, I guess so. But that's not great. That's poor evidence.
Believe all women.
But it had its struggles, especially like budget-wise. And so we're going to throw something new out there.
What?
We're going to talk about the budget of this film.
Oh, curveball. I'm not prepared.
The budget is coming. The budget is coming.
Nice. He's here. The budget is here. He brought his friends the opening weekend, the domestic and the worldwide.
And they're all wondering, can you guess?
They're all masked.
This time.
Yeah.
Budget, what do you think it ended up being?
Tough week this week. I got to guess a lot. I'm going to guess the budget tripled. I know that. I'm going to say $17 million.
Okay. Seth sent me all of his guesses.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
Did he watch the movie?
No, but he had seen it twice before, so he sent me ratings and reasoning and recommendations and stuff. He said 12 million. And the winner today is Seth.
Fuck.
It's 11 million.
He was close.
Yeah, he was.
Oh.
Whoa. Opening weekend?
In America?
I believe so, yeah.
In 1973. I'll say 8 million.
Okay. He said 9 million.
Ooh,
and one of you guys is so close.
How?
It's 8.2 million. Yeah. Yeah.
That's me.
Actually, Seth said 8.1 million. He heard you say 8, and so he US and Canada total.
That was so close. Word of mouth, word of mouth, word of mouth, word of mouth. I'll say $80 million.
Okay, he said 40, and you are the winner. It's $233 million.
Wow, word of mouth, word of mouth. They did it.
Yeah. And lastly, worldwide.
To have the advantage because Seth can't adjust.
Correct.
So I'll say 280.
China didn't like it so much?
No, but the world went out and saw it a little bit.
Seth said 800 million.
Well,
and you are the winner today.
Mm-hmm.
It's 441 million.
China liked it.
Seth didn't send anything. I just wanted you to lose one of them.
Really?
Yeah. But he did
What?
send his rating, reasoning, and recommendation. So we'll get there.
I don't have any quotes either.
Of course you don't.
I don't do quotes anymore. I'm rebelling.
You need to do quotes, especially for shit like Birdemic.
I'm rebelling. I'm on strike.
You need to do quotes for Tropic Thunder. That is ripe with quotes.
That is ripe with quotes, but I'm striking until our collective bargaining demands are met.
What are the bargaining demands? You haven't told me.
A higher salary. by $70,000.
Jesus Christ!
An episode.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so fucked. I'm in the can now.
That's my offer from another company.
Shit.
Called the government. The government's doing a movie podcast. Mm-hmm.
And what's it called?
It's called State-Funded Flicks, bitch.
That's
with your hosts, Lukas Lorenz and Anthony Anderson.
What weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Featuring
He's
Joe
not even
Biden.
really a big. Yeah, he goes in.
Yeah.
Introducing Joe Biden.
And it's weird. Live tickets for a month to live there in the White House, only $200 a month. It's like way more affordable. Yeah.
More than your house.
Yeah, it's less than my house.
$480.
Yeah.
For a room.
Well, $11 million budget ended up making 441 worldwide. That is like one of the biggest profit margins we've ever seen on this
podcast. On this show, on this podcast.
Probably like ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it might be one of the
highest we've ever seen on the show.
Like higher than almost any other one.
Higher than almost any up to this point. Yeah. Movies, man. That's why you make them. Man.
And that's why
bunch of people got rich off of this shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Little spooky movie. Some producers took a gamble. Now their children's grandchildren can golf at country clubs the rest of their life.
They were heading downtown and they were trying to spook boys, you know?
Downtown spook boys. Monkey business.
It's so difficult to do that.
That wasn't too difficult.
No, it wasn't, but it's always a little late. It's too late though. All right, taglines. I guess I'll do them since nobody's here.
Do them in a spooky voice, Brandon.
Okay.
Per my request.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
What?
Did that scare you?
Is that how they did it?
Yeah.
Back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That did scare me.
This next one's got like kind of like a Frank Sinatra vibe.
Yeah, there's little musical notes next to it.
Yeah. It's really long. Something almost beyond comprehension is happening to a girl on this street, in this house, and a man has been sent for as a last resort. This man is the Exorcist.
He is. Which guy?
I'm thinking it's Father Marin, Max von Sydow.
Yeah, the old white guy.
Yeah.
Not the horny guy.
You're gonna love, not the horny guy. Is that Father? Was he?
He's kind of horny at the beginning.
Horny? Was he super horny though?
Well, I'm hornier than the old guy. I'm gonna love what?
I mean, that's true. This next one.
Hey, you got some audio. Oh, it's the devil inside.
Makes you wanna
The writer inside.
Wait, get ready for the tagline.
Yeah. One. That's it. The devil
The
inside.
devil
The devil
inside.
inside. X2.
Every single one of us, the devil inside.
That is good.
Yeah, I knew you'd be hyped.
I
For
saw
that.
that on the radio the other day, and I was had some memory whoosh into my head.
And then it whooshed right out. You couldn't stay. You were too focused on the road.
I had to go to the bathroom. Yeah,
To take a shit while driving.
it was gone.
Next one, another long one. Nobody expected it. Nobody believed it, and nobody could stop it. The only hope, The Exorcist.
A lot's being pinned on this Exorcist guy.
I know, high stakes for this man.
A lot of taglines too. I realized partially why there's probably a lot of taglines and why the box office is so high. This is one of the movies that is a rare, gets issued almost every year again in theaters for spooky times in October.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of times to make some money. New marketing.
And then my last tagline, number 5 for you.
Yeah.
Kind of like it.
Kind of racy.
Somewhere between science and superstition, there is another world. The world of darkness.
Ooh. You can't turn a light on there.
No, it's too dark. Like, there isn't a light available. They're in the Lewis and Clark caverns.
Is that your favorite?
I do like What an Excellent Day for an Exorcism. I think that's
the funniest Joker style. I like the second one because I don't remember any of them.
Something almost beyond comprehension is happening to a girl on the street in this house, ... and a man has been sent for as a last resort. This man is the exorcist.
Yeah, I like that one.
It's like a paragraph.
That's good writing. That's prose.
I mean, The Devil Inside is my favorite, but
historically.
But somewhere between science and superstition, there's another world, the world of darkness. Pretty good. It's like bending faith and the whole science aspect and medical behind it. I like it.
What studio released this movie? Do you remember?
Warner Brothers.
It's a Warner Brothers flick? Okay, they usually do good work there. In the marketing department, the tagline department.
Yeah, it was actually Bugs Bunny was the one that was leading.
He did it?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Executive producer Bugs Bunny.
Bugs are Bunny.
Bugs are Bunny. Taglines of our own?
This little girl's all grown up.
Ooh.
And in a hurry.
What? Why'd you throw in she's the Flash?
Yeah. She can run really fast.
She's a superhero.
The devil makes her run.
The devil gives me the runs.
Oh. There was no subplot. I forgot. I always forget when I watch this movie. There's no subplot of the devil giving her like really good a golden fiddle or fiddle powers or anything like that. He's just a dick.
Ooh, the devil went down to Georgetown.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good, actually.
I'm looking for souls of Reagans.
Ooh.
That was bad.
Ronald Reagan in The Exorcist.
Yeah. Get him. He's the devil.
Get Reagan right now.
He is devilish.
What about?
I like that one down to Georgetown.
Yeah, that's very good. I think we nailed one right away. Good job. Snaps. Slam poetry.
We don't have Seth's dumb shit to drag us down.
The devil went down to Georgetown.
Oh, he's even better than Daniels is. Charlie Daniels.
You've got to slam poetry, you know. That's how taglines are supposed to be read.
Yeah.
Nobody expected it. Nobody believed it.
It's The Exorcist.
The only hope, The Exorcist, whatever. I don't know. Facts?
Facts. We could do fucking
Fucking
your
facts.
daughter's a fact and cunt.
Jesus. Your daughter's a fact and cunt.
That's a line in the movie.
I mean, I know it is. I think it's one of my quotes, but goodness.
It's one of your favorites.
Favorite facts.
What's the demon's name?
Ooh.
Howdy.
Captain Howdy.
Captain
you know what
Howdy
I thought
facts. What?
of? William Factkin.
Oh,
William
for a
Friedkin.
guy. We could do
Yeah.
William Factkin.
I think that
William
could be pretty good.
Factkin's Revenge.
William Fatkin's Revenge. Yeah, since he passed away.
And
William
he's
Fatkin returned from the grave because
he's
I'm
mad.
angry, and he's so mad. William Fatkin returns from the grave. The Revenge because I'm mad seems pretty solid, honestly.
Pretty succinct too.
It rolls right off the tongue, like
he's mad.
It does it so quick because he's so angry, you know. I'm William Fatkin's Revenge, and I'm mad.
And I'm mad.
I'm angry. Perfect. I think there's no other.
You can't do anything else because he's so mad. You'll get mad. You'll get madder.
I always message you guys when I do these scripts because some movies easy, like Martyrs, I thought would have more research than it did, but there were 9 facts on
is this a big one
on IMDb? Some of them like Love on a Leash is 2 or Mel didn't have any or things like that. This had like 570 facts that I'm supposed to read.
It's a masterpiece.
The Wikipedia page is so long on it too. You can't get anything succinct. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Wow.
I got 12. It's not terrible. From 500.
A baker's dozen.
No, that's
minus
not right.
1 of facts.
Not a dozen. It's a baker's dozen minus 1
of facts.
Of fact.
Because I did the Kubrick one. That's a fact.
Yeah, there you go. There we go.
There's a baker's dozen.
So my first William Fatkin's Revenge because I'm mad.
He's so mad. Facts.
Is that in the scene where Regan projectile vomits at Father Karras, the vomit was intended to hit actor Jason Miller in the chest, but the plastic tubing misfired, hitting him in the face, and his reaction of shock and disgust while wiping away the vomit was genuine. And Miller admitted in interviews that he was very angered by this mistake.
It was gross.
Very good. That was thick and green.
And very viscous.
He is so mad.
Yeah, he was mad. William was about it too.
And Jason Miller.
It's always good. It's a good tip for directors. If you ever want a good reaction shot, actually just do everything. If you're scared of a gun, just shoot him.
Yeah. Or like
Scarier.
in Alien when the blood accidentally blew over all their faces when it couldn't break through. Great.
Or in Rust when Alec Baldwin shot that lady.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that really scared everybody.
That was scary.
Next, Jason Miller had a verbal confrontation with William Friedkin after the director fired a gun near his ear to get an authentic reaction from him.
Oh my God.
He told Friedkin that he was an actor and he didn't need a gun to act surprised or startled.
He's probably a son of a bitch. He probably just shot it again.
Probably.
Said bitch said what?
Didn't give a shit. Next, due to death threats against Linda Blair, who played Reagan, from religious zealots who believed the film glorified Satan, Warner Brothers had bodyguards protecting her for 6 months after the film's release.
Damn. Because she kept getting in fights too, I heard.
The Catholics were so mad. She kept beating up Catholics.
And yeah. Catholics are famous. If they don't like stuff, they'll throw bottles at you. They get real mad.
He's so mad. Maybe William Friedkin
He was a
was a
Catholic.
Catholic. Yeah, there we go. That's why he was mad.
I listened to his interview with Mark Maron. He was a Catholic at one point.
There we go. He's so mad.
He's mad. He's dead.
According to William Friedkin, the subliminal shots of the white-faced demon are actually rejected makeup tests for Reagan's possessed appearance.
Okay, that makes sense.
Those are quick. Those are like the Fight Club little things, the little penis,
little spooky, yeah, little penis things.
Just like a little bit of penis.
A little penis thing.
You'd know. Yeah, of course.
Having a penis and all.
Yeah, just a little bit of penis, like boom, and then it's done. Get it out of there. Get the penis out.
Send it home.
Yeah.
Get it out.
Next, the original teaser trailer, which consisted of nothing but images of the white-faced demon quickly flashing in and out of the darkness, was banned in many theaters as it was deemed too frightening.
No shit. You can't do that shit. Good marketing, Warner Brothers, again. Having a movie that's too scary to show type shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Spreads word of mouth. You're like, it's not that scary.
It's like that YouTube video of the car driving in the tunnel.
That's the scariest thing of all time.
They borrowed from this, I guess.
Literally, it's just driving down.
Blah. Blah.
Yeah. Your parents always get you.
Yeah, I got that at school, I think.
You should do that to your kids.
I
should.
Students. After watching Paradise Hotel.
Yeah.
We'll go to Mini Clip. Play the Wii.
He goes to smash the orb and jump scare. Next, the studio wanted Marlon Brando for the role of Father Karras or Father Merrin, but William Friedkin immediately vetoed this by stating that with Brando in the film, it would become a Brando movie instead of the important film he wanted to make. Coincidentally,
a Friedkin movie.
Yeah, Brando was also mentioned in the novel. Additionally, Jack Nicholson was up for the part of Father Karras before Jason Miller landed the role. Friedkin thought Jack Nicholson was too unholy to ever play a priest.
Oh yeah, he is a fucking bastard guy.
I could see that for sure, yeah.
He's a horny guy, that means.
Too unholy?
He's horny.
He's too unhorny to play a priest. He's like
Seth. Could Seth play a priest? He's humping everything.
Yeah, priests can't hump everything. If they make a movie about Jack Nicholson's life, they should cast Seth.
They should have him be a priest, and he has to go like on a traveling trip to a monastery, and then 9 months later he has like 40 kids.
Because he's so fertile. He goes to the Fertile Crescent, and he gets so fertile that he has so many kids. 5 sets of octuplets. It's crazy.
And he keeps fucking them all. Yeah, fucking all the ladies.
He just keeps going. Keeps having octuplets, and we're like,
he's not even a real Christian. It turns out.
Yeah, and then turns out he was Jack Nicholson all along.
It was not. Yeah, it was him.
Next, one of the most famous scenes in the movie, and the shot used for the posters under the light post.
Yeah.
Was inspired by the 53-54 series of paintings Empire of Light, or L'Empire des Lumières, by René Magritte.
Yeah. This little Chicago boy, fucking so angry, he's got a deep bag of art to reference. I love that.
The original Chicago boy before Michael Jordan.
Before Chance.
And now it's Chance the rapper. Next is going to be Seth, because he's going to have all the children there are going to be his.
After fucking them.
Yeah.
The children.
No.
Yeah, he did in our intro.
He did, that's right. Next, this is the highest grossing Warner Brothers film of all time when adjusted for inflation.
That's crazy.
It's also the highest grossing R-rated film of all time when adjusted for inflation.
That's less crazy. No, that's equally as crazy, yeah. Inflation's crazy, so I think this makes, in today's money, if I'm right, $900 billion if it comes out today.
You're close. It's 87 quadrillion.
I was not close. That's a lot more money.
I think it's like 1.6. I looked it up. I think it's like 1.45 billion or something.
What's Avatar's studio?
They're over 3 billion.
What's their studio? I mean,
Oh, I don't know who made Avatar.
are they Fox?
Maybe James Cameron made Avatar. You
Mhm.
idiot!
Mhm.
Not a Fox.
Mhm.
That would be
Mhm.
impressive, though. Next, upon its initial theatrical release, the film affected many audiences so strongly that at many theaters, paramedics were called to treat people who fainted and others who went into hysterics.
One of those, just like famously the Birdemic movies. One of those it's so scary it gets you in real life.
Yeah. Those poor people in Birdemic 2 were trapped in the theater with the birds. They
They
didn't know
got
what
them.
to do. Yeah, they didn't know what
The
to
best
do.
scene. I can't wait for Siegel.
It's gonna be so good. Anti-penultimate. Pre-penultimate.
Yeah.
Whatever 3 is. Actress Mercedes
Pre-penultimate.
McCambridge, who provided the voice of the demon,
She
insisted
died?
on... I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
She insisted on swallowing raw eggs and
What?
chain smoking to alter her vocalizations.
Oh, good.
The actress, who had problems with alcohol abuse in the past, furthermore wanted to drink whiskey as she knew alcohol would distort her voice even more, and created the crazed state of mind of the character. As she was giving up sobriety, she insisted that her own priest be present to counsel her during the recording process.
That's
And
insane.
as at William Friedkin's direction, McCambridge was also bound to a chair with pieces of torn sheet at her neck, arms, wrists, legs, and feet to get a more realistic sound of the demon struggling against its restraints.
That's crazy. This is filmmaking in the 70s, though. And especially coming off of your Oscar win, your Oscar Best Picture, Best Director, powerhouse, you could do anything. And he does.
Raw eggs, chain smoking. She's like, you know what? I think I'm going to take up drinking again.
That's acting.
That is.
And she's not even on screen.
No. Penultimate. This movie ranks
Right.
as... You gonna say anything?
Oh, no, I forgot. No, you do the last 2 facts. I got to go fill my water back up.
Okay. This movie ranks as number 227 on IMDb's top 250. I know, Lucas, that's crazy, right? I'm all alone. I'm all alone in this world. Movies around number 227 as I scroll down. Let's see where Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has ended up after all this time, because it obviously did drop from 3. It's number 22, just in between Seven Samurai and Interstellar. Almost above It's a Wonderful Life. But as we go down to number 227, where this is, spoilers, the last one's on the list. I thought the Iron Giant. Oh, there it is, 243. So around 227, you've got, let's do 221 is Rush, that Chris Hemsworth like racing movie. Then you got Network. You've got Stand By Me, a classic. The Best Years of Our Lives. The Exorcist is now at 225, a little movement. Then you've got La Haine, The Wizard of Oz, Pirates of the Caribbean, Into the Wild, and The Incredibles.
Wow, that's a solid list of movies there. What is that in reference to?
IMDb top 250. It's number 225 right now.
Oh, sinking.
No, it was 227 when I wrote the script 2 weeks ago.
Rising.
But number 221 is Rush, that Chris Hemsworth racing film. Do you remember that, where he's like an IndyCar driver? Apparently people love that. It's higher than Stand By Me, The Incredibles, The Wizard of Oz, Into the Wild, this.
That is weird. It must sound really good.
Yeah, maybe. Meow. Whoa. Did you do the sound for that film?
That was a car.
Oh, fuck. And lastly, nominations. I've already went over a lot. I'm not going to... This is bound with them, but let's do some of the big ones. Academy
Oscars.
Awards. It won Best Sound. It won Best Screenplay. Nominee
Adapted.
for Best Picture. Yep. Nominee for Best Actress for Ellen Bernstein. Best Supporting Role, Jason Miller. Best Supporting Role, Linda Blair. Best Director, Cinematography. art direction, and film editing. So a lot of noms, but it
A
only
lot
got
of
2
like
W's.
technical craft. Yeah.
It was nominated at the BAFTAs as well for best soundtrack. Academy of Sci-Fi Fiction and Horror
At the
Films.
Black Action Film and Television Awards.
No, I don't think so. The British Academy of Film and Television.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
What are you jumbling around over there? Goodness gracious.
Sorry.
Directors Guild nominee, Golden Globes winner for Best Motion Picture Drama. So like it was
a top contender.
Linda Blair won for Best Supporting Actress. It won Best Screenplay. It won Best Director.
Is this the Golden Globes?
Yeah. Nominated for Most Promising Newcomer for Linda Blair. Ellen Bernstein was nominated, and Max von Sydow was nominated. So it was like right there with The Sting.
Very rare. I don't, as we've talked about in the past, I think for a horror movie to even get this far.
Mm-hmm. And then Best Adapted Screenplay, it didn't win at the Writers Guild of America, so it pulled out the Oscar in the end.
The most important. Who gives a fuck about the Guild?
So maybe this... elves love the Guild, but William Friedkin is mad at elves.
Yeah, of course, he's very mad.
And just short people in general. He hates me.
I know. He told me.
Probably one of the closer races
in Oscar history. La La Land, Moonlight shit.
I mean, that is like the closest.
There was a year that they tied for Best Actress. Like literally, they both got it.
You're thinking of Rookie of the Year when Grant Hill and Jason Kidd both won in '98.
That too, but let me look it up. You keep going.
Yeah, I think Moonlight and La La Land has to be like the closest we've ever seen. They announced the wrong film as the winner, and everybody's like, "That makes sense."
In '69, Ingrid Bergman and Barbra Streisand tied.
Oh
no! Ingrid Bergman presented. Barbra Streisand and Katharine Hepburn tied.
Streisand and Hepburn. Okay.
So they both got it.
And Bergman, another legend.
Yeah, she didn't get anything. There.
So that is going to end our William Fatkins Revenge from the Grave because he's mad.
He's so mad. Facts.
William Fatkins, but Revenge from the Grave because he's so mad.
And he's mad.
Don't leave that out, or he will get more mad.
And he'll haunt you.
Ooh.
He's dead.
Ghost emoji.
Bone emoji.
Bone?
Gun emoji.
Boner.
Gun emoji.
Gunner.
Shoot you in your sleep emoji.
Apple's coming out with some weird emojis recently.
Yeah.
The
in celebration of William Friedkin's death.
Shoot you in your sleep emoji because of William Friedkin.
R.I.P.
So let's get into this movie.
Have you seen Nicole lately?
I'm trying to think of the last film I saw in theaters. I think it was probably Barbie. I have a newborn now. We can't go to the movies.
Bring the movies to you.
We were watching them at home. I watched Strays, that Will Ferrell dog one on Peacock. With Jamie Foxx. It was okay. It was just, I mean, it wasn't great. It was one of the lowest it was one of the lowest I've rated this year. I also watched the animated TMNT by Seth Rogen.
Did you like that?
That was pretty solid, actually.
And it seems like he could be in both movies. Is he in both movies?
Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
He wasn't in Strays, I don't think. No.
Oh.
And then I watched Theater Camp. It's like a mockumentary.
No,
it's got Ben Platt. I did. I'm telling you right now, I did. And Theater Camp was very good. I recommend checking it out. Have you seen Nicole?
No. We did some Monty Python in class, and I showed a little bit of The Gods Must Be Crazy in class, but that's about it for movies.
No. I have seen her.
When? In person?
Yeah, she's under my bed most nights. She's like reaching
You
her little.
greedy little
She's reaching her little hands up,
horn.
you know, to try and like pull me down,
You
but
fuck them.
she knows she's just mostly hungry, and I'm just like, get your hand away.
Yeah, with your penis.
I keep smacking her hand away with my dong,
Yeah.
and then I bang it with my dong on the gong, and then I
And
stick
she
it
goes
in a,
away.
and then I stick it in a bong real
And
long,
smoke it.
and then she smokes the bong while my dick is in there
And
while
then
she's
you
under the bed.
And then you come so hard.
You've never you've never came unless your dick is in a long bong while Nicole Kidman smokes it under the bed. Like it's
Oh man.
you gotta
Watch
try
out.
it. I'm telling
Watch
you right
out.
now, you gotta try it. I'm renting out Nicole to go under your bed if you're willing.
But you want to give that up? Your personal bong sucker? Bong smoker?
my personal cum
Kings would
bonger.
pay so much for that. Yeah, you're a
I know,
generous
right?
guy.
The Sacramento Kings would pay crazy
They
for
would.
something like that. That's an
You
asset.
would. Yeah, you should trade her.
I'm gonna trade you for De'Aaron Fox and 2 unprotected
You just
first round
get
picks.
hang out with Darren Fox.
Yeah. Swipe
And they get a sucker. Yeah.
Well, let's get into this movie. Where'd you watch it? Did you watch it on HBO Max like me?
I did.
There you go.
I watched some of it yesterday, some of it today, split it up.
I worked 60 hours this week after being off for 7 weeks on paternity leave. So I'm like exhausted, but I had to watch it like last night. So 9 to 11 p.m. I watched it. And then I watched the Grizz game that was televised against Idaho.
The end of it?
Yeah.
Try that. Yeah, they did it. They held on.
Did you read anything or see anything about it?
I was asleep. We almost gave it up, I saw.
I know. It was like 23-21. And then they scored a touchdown. Idaho did to bring it to 23-21, but they didn't get the 2-point. So they went for the onside kick. They got the onside kick.
Shit.
But then
they got sacked or something.
But one of their players was offsides. Am I thinking of a different game? I might be thinking of a different college game. I don't remember.
It's all ran together.
Anyway, it ended with their quarterback. He was scrambling, and we got a fumble recovery at the very end. So
that was what I'm thinking. No, I feel you.
Yeah,
work sucks. I know.
Ophelia. Oh, Ophelia.
She left me roses by the stairs.
Oh, Ophelia.
Surprises let me know she
left
cares.
Roses by the stairs. Oh, Ophelia. Yeah. Surprises let me know she cares. Say it ain't
beautiful.
So.
Beautiful.
So this movie, though, by the Lumineers,
is in Iraq.
Yeah, chanting in Arabic as a desert sun beats down over archaeologists and workers in northern Iraq. I put near Petra. It looked like they were digging around Petra, but that's in Jordan.
I think this is, not that.
It looked like Petra, but yeah, probably not.
That's racist.
And a kid comes to tell an older man that small items have been found. White guy. A bunch of these artifacts found in this hole are not from the same time period. And he digs a little further, pulls out a carving of some kind. It looks like a little demon head, or like a little gargoyle head. Yeah. And there was
crazy music.
Crazy music. There was a good shot of like he was sitting at a table and there's like this silver tray or like a silver artifact on there. But then he opens it up and he takes a pill from inside. It's like, oh, that was kind of clever.
Yeah, you're thinking it's this ancient Egyptian curse. No, it's American curse.
It's Xanax, the American curse. And so he's sitting at a restaurant. He just seems so distressed. He can barely eat or focus based on what he had seen. And then just cut to like a one-eyed man. He's got a second eye, but it's like a glass eye, or he's blind or something. And he's just staring at him. I was like, what the hell is
crazy
this?
Iraqi fucking dude, yeah.
And so the old man, this is Father Marin, tells someone that he must leave because there is something he needs to do. We don't know what it is, but he walks the streets and almost gets run over. And as he does, another good shot.
This is all like tension too, like something's gonna come around the corner and get him.
And you think, oh my God, when there's a good shot, there's a creepy woman in the back of this horse-drawn carriage staring at him. I was like, she looks a little creepy too.
A
You're like,
witch, a ball black, maybe. Any
maybe.
one of these things could be the curse that sets it off.
And he makes his way all the way up this hill to a carved stone statue with what appears to be the same face on it as that small artifact he found. It's the statue of Pazuzu or something.
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu. He stares at it. It stares back at him. And dogs fight each other loudly. There's growling. Music is growing. Chanting is growing.
Yeah. It sounds like the dogs are killing each other.
Oh, it really did. They were going nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Cut.
So is all this shit.
Georgetown.
Is this in DC then? I don't know where Georgetown the fuck is. Is that?
That's where it is, yeah. A woman hears crashes and rattles in her house, which she seems to be thinking is coming from the attic. It's spoilers, Jesus.
It could not be. It's not Pazuzu.
It's not. No. Pazuzu. There's a chance that Pazuzu could be.
That's what the film is setting up. Yeah.
Could be rats. We don't know. But she goes into her daughter's room to see her window is open as well. She seems to think there's rats in her in her attic. But it could be Pazuzu, and she wants her handyman. That's not Pazuzu.
It could be Pazuzu. It's like a thing.
She wants him to fix the rats. Set out Pazuzu
Get
traps in her attic.
Yeah.
Can you fix these rats for me? Bob Barker, make sure to get your pets and rats neutered. Spayed and neutered.
Yeah. Her pet rats.
And she goes to work and she's an actress. She's this big movie star.
She's got a big new movie with a fancy dancy director who's totally healthy.
Burke Dennings.
Yeah.
He's so healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
And as she's acting in this scene, we focus on a priest walking through the Georgetown campus. That's where they're filming. And Chris decides, this is the actress, her name's Chris, that she's going to walk home tonight. And as she walks, that classic Exorcist music plays.
The theme.
Will,
in that dark setting.
In the dark. And so she's walking home. She walks by the priest from before. Not old man, young man, Father
the boxer looking guy.
Yeah, she walks by him and briefly overhears him talking to another priest saying he feels like a fraud, but then a plane flies overhead and their conversation is inaudible.
About what he could be?
Yeah.
He's just horny, that's why.
He's so horny.
Pazuzu made him horny.
I feel like a fraud. No, Pazuzu might have made him horny.
It's implied. And leave that up to you.
And I mean, it's pretty
Choose
easy
your
to
own
tell.
Pazuzu. Yeah.
Chris is home and she's talking to her daughter Regan about her day. And her and Regan seem to have like a happy, loving mother-daughter relationship.
The most
There's no dad around.
Looking girl ever, yeah.
Oh, she's great, yeah. And horny priest, is on the subway and seems distraught. And he won't even help a homeless man with some spare change or anything.
Who used to be an altar boy.
Oh, that's right. Can you help a little altar boy out? And he unzips his pants. He's like, I'm horny.
He does.
And the guy's like, I'm not Nicole Kidman. Put your bong away.
He's lighting up. Yeah.
And there was an amazing shot of the train passing by because this was in a subway station that he didn't help him.
Yeah.
And light flashing on the homeless guy's face. It just
made him look demonic. Strobe effect. It was right. You're right. Yeah.
It's almost like they're painting like the poor as demons each time.
It was called a socio-economic horror movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
The poor man, the homeless man, the one-eyed
rich
man, the witch lady. Interesting. Well,
I have a different read on it, but yeah, we can keep going. Yeah.
I was just making complete speculation here.
It's complete speculation. Complete speculation is coming.
The complete speculation is coming. The complete speculation is coming. But he's going to visit his mother.
She's sick.
She's very sick. And this is where you find out he used to be a boxer. She's got all of his old like boxing photos and medals in her apartment.
He's a deep guy because he's also very well educated.
I mean, he is a Harvard doctor turned priest, ex-boxer.
Also Johns Hopkins, but yeah,
That's crazy. And wait, he also went to Johns Hopkins?
yeah, I said so.
He's a Johns Hopkins Harvard doctor turned priest, ex-boxer, and he's horny.
He is. That's his struggle.
That's a deep character. But yeah, mom is injured. She's stuck in her home and she's all alone. And she realizes that he is pretty distraught, but he won't admit it or tell her anything.
Classic Italians.
That they're Greek.
Oh.
They're Greek, Lukas. Now, cut to Regan and Chris. They're hanging out in the basement. They're doing arts and crafts. They're playing ping pong. And Chris stumbles upon a Ouija board that's down there.
I think maybe this is the first instance of the Ouija board trope in horror movies.
Maybe. I'm not sure, but that could be. And apparently Regan has been using it quite often down in the basement. She's been talking with Captain Howdy, who Chris just thinks is her imaginary friend, but like she sets that board down and Regan puts her hands there.
Ouija's.
It fucking moves quick.
Ouija's.
I would never do that shit. Fuck that. I'm out of here.
You're not one with the spirits?
No, I don't want to do that.
I could do it if it didn't like have any gore. It didn't cut me. I won't give it a knife.
That's the thing with Ouija boards. They always have knives attached.
Yeah, they always want to cut you.
They're angry.
So maybe
they're so mad.
I get a kid's version. A kid's Ouija.
Yeah, it's just got nunchucks.
That'll be fine.
But Regan's birthday is coming up, and her and her mom are planning a weekend together. They're going to go to the movies, and they're going to go sightseeing in D.C. Regan's also probing her mother with questions about Burke Dennings, who is apparently a new man that Chris has been seeing. This is the director that Chris
healthy guy.
Has the hots for. He's so healthy.
Yeah, invincibly healthy almost.
Like he couldn't die no matter what.
No, not Burke.
And old man from the beginning, Father Marin, has met with a priest, and he wants out of this profession. Father Karras does, and he believes he's lost faith. He's like, you know what? This is not the thing for me. I'm a man of medicine and science.
He's too horny.
That could be it too. I mean, if you're a priest, you can't have sex.
That's the big subtext of it all.
The subsex. Bless you. And Chris is now losing it on the phone because Regan's father didn't call her on her birthday.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Regan overhears it all.
Big fight. They call each other names.
Bad
divorce is the real devil.
Whoa. The double D.
Her boobs.
And Chris wakes up to a phone call in the night. You're like, oh, the dad's calling. And Regan is sleeping in her bed because her own bed was shaking.
She says.
Also, noises are crashing around in the attic again. But the phone call was her having to go and shoot a scene in the middle of the night or something.
Classic movie director shit, yeah, I guess.
You got to go shoot this. So before she leaves, she puts on her robe. She goes to inspect the attic. And good shot as she is like in the hallway, completely silhouetted by the lighting of a candle.
He knows how to light a movie, yeah.
It's like, oh, maybe she's Pazuzu.
She Pazuzu'd.
She was Pazuzu'd.
That's why they said it.
And she goes up there. Good shot of Regan with a dead look on her face in the bed as she's walking up the ladder into the attic. And
like she's already got turned. Almost.
Maybe by like a Pazuzu possession or something.
Yeah.
They open up the attic and she's right there, but she's in the attic exploring with her little candle. Flames go up on that candle out of nowhere, and then they're out. And more crashes are occurring, but no rats. The traps are still set.
And it couldn't have just been a gust of wind.
No, because it's an attic.
And there's no windows and shit. I don't know what was going on.
There are no wind windows.
Yeah, that's why they're called windows.
Because
Oh, fuck.
shit.
They let wind in. I never realized that.
The wind comes in. You're like, oh, wind.
Window. Wind.
Oh.
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 Wow. I didn't realize that, genuinely.
I didn't. Yeah.
Window.
I think
Same word.
we're reinventing the wheel here.
I should be an English teacher.
Shit. You should with a film option.
Yeah. On the res.
On the res. Well, a priest setting up flowers in a church. When he notices, he turns around and sees a Mother Mary statue with a horned penis and just fucking bloody spiky boobs.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with this either. Vandalized, I guess.
The Black Mass in the church. There's a vandal sexualizing Mother Mary.
It's the larger metaphor being at play, I think, of the movie.
Yeah.
Sex.
Horniness.
Bringing out evil, yeah.
Well, then the young priest's mother has been admitted to a psychiatric hospital. She wasn't well. He's upset that she ended up in the hospital, so he boxes it out, you know?
Yeah, Rocky style.
Rocky style. When did Rocky come out? 76?
I think 75.
It was right around then, too.
Yeah. A couple years.
But she seems like she's not her own self. She's talking in tongues and she's shaking and blank looks in her eyes.
Maybe mental health is the real devil. No, she might be Pazuzu too.
You don't know.
I don't know.
And Chris has thrown a large party for the movie in her own home. And at this party, we learn that Father Karras's mother has died.
Sad.
I don't know.
Why is he here?
I don't know. That's what now that I'm looking back at it, who's saying who's...
He was like someone's cousin or something.
Oh, you know, the priest, his mom died. I don't know why this is...
But he's there.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Interesting. But this drunk director, kind of like Seth in a way, gets in a fight with the butler after calling him a Nazi pig over and over and over again.
Yeah, classic director shit.
Classic Seth shit.
Yeah.
And then a good shot as Chris is tucking Regan into bed during the party, telling her good night. But when her mom leaves, like she's eyes are closed, she's asleep. When her mom leaves and shuts the door, her eyes shoot open and just stare into the void.
But not her own eyes almost.
It's like
she's a Pazuzu'd.
I mean, you took the words right from my mouth.
From your Pazuzu, yeah.
You Pazooed the words right out of my Pazuzu.
So she's back down at the party.
Yeah, some guests are still there. They're playing piano and singing. And Regan comes down and tells them that they're all going to die up there. I was like, whoa!
Bad nightmare. Yeah.
Pisses on the floor.
Weird. Something's not right.
And then stares blankly ahead. So Chris bathes her, gets her back in bed. But Regan wants to know what's wrong with her. She's like, why did I do that? Chris thinks she's just sick and had nerves and needs to take her pills. I'm like, what pills is little...
Already on antipsychotic shit. I don't know. Antipsychotics.
Has she been mentally ill this whole time? We don't know.
That's part of the implication.
I guess
maybe the suggestion.
And as Chris leaves her room, Regan begins to scream as her bed is shaking uncontrollably. Chris starts to notice this, actually. Hops on the bed, tries to weigh it down, but it just rocks. So she knows, that's not
a little girl can't do this.
That's not her being just sick.
Yeah. Little tiny girl can't do this.
Little tiny girl can piss, but little tiny girl cannot do this.
She can. Boy, did she.
Boy, can she. Girl, boy, can she.
Did she can,
girl, you could do it, girl.
She did
it. Yeah. So
something's wrong.
Something's wrong. And Father Karras dreams of his mother walking away from him down like a subway as he can't catch up. But flashes that white-faced demon keep popping up, as well as a falling necklace.
Like roses. From Titanic.
Oh, I see. They were doing an homage. They were doing an homage to the 1997 film Titanic.
He's that good of a movie maker.
On 24 in 24 years. I know it.
Billy Frid.
James Cameron. Man, he just makes blockbusters. James Cameron makes movies that make money. God damn.
He always does. Even Piranha 2. Or Piranha 3D, I believe it was. No, it was Piranha 2. That was his first movie.
He did the Piranha?
First movie was Piranha 2.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He loves the water. Well, after this little dream, Regan is at the hospital and is getting medicated for hallucinations and what they deem to be muscular spasms that are due to a lesion in her temporal lobe. That's the only thing that could be causing this.
Do it, I would say.
I mean, that
would cause a lot of shit.
I mean, it would, yeah, for sure. But the bed uncontrollably shaking, had they have seen that, they would have been like, okay. But they're just like, oh, she's twitching.
This is anti-medicine in a way. That's not the real reason.
But also pro-medicine.
But kind of.
And then you get like her being like really operated on with some like ancient medical technology. It was like looked like a CT scan. It was the loudest CT of all time, and they stuck like a catheter needle into her carotid. They like pull a little pin out.
That was insane.
It's just spewing. I was like, what?
That didn't seem right. Yeah,
they were like,
that seemed like a mistake.
You're gonna feel a poke here. She's like, whoa. They didn't numb it or anything.
No. But she's a demon lady, so why sedate a demon?
The test was to examine obviously her brain structure with the CT scan and also check her demon vasculature to see if it was all right.
Clean. It was all fine.
Yeah, no lesions, all vascular, vascular abnormalities from these tests. And so the doctors are, they're like, well, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing at the moment and see where it goes. So they get a house call to Chris's house because Regan's gotten worse.
She's freaking out.
She is scratches on her face, vomit coming out.
She's sick looking.
Very
different
sick
colored
looking.
Skin.
But one of my favorite things is when they were like talking about what they've given her so far. They're like, what are we going to do next? Like, we don't know. We've given her Thorazine and Ritalin. As a pharmacist, Thorazine's an antipsychotic. Ritalin is for ADHD. Like,
it might be hurting her.
I don't know, man. I was like,
freaking out.
Ritalin? But
Ritalin.
Ooh, and Regan, they open up the door, and I mean, this is supposed to be scary, but seeing it now, she is like flopping, like pancaking in the goddamn bed. I kind of laughed at this.
A little bit, yeah. Is it her, though? Or is it Pazuzu?
I think it's probably her. She's just doing this for, like, shits and giggles.
Exercise.
But she's flopping on the bed, saying he is trying to kill her. This is in Regan's own voice. Until her eyes become completely white, her voice deepens. And like
her behavior changes.
And like a lump formed in her throat, like a frog almost.
A frog went in there.
A frog was in her throat, and she starts to say vile things and starts self-harming. So the doctors heavily sedate her, and they still believe this is a psychiatric matter. So they describe her movements as like a mother lifting a car. She's like, what?
Yeah, that's how she can lift the bed and fly almost.
Lift the bed while on the bed?
Yeah. That's science for you, those idiots.
They are idiots. That's stupid. And so they perform another EEG on her and a spinal to pin down the lesion in her temporal lobe. But these all come back negative yet again. And the doctors are finally like, let's do some psychiatric help.
Yeah, let's get her in therapy.
And Chris gets home. All the electronics in the house are on the fritz. Phones are ringing. Nobody's on the other end. Lights are going on and off. Her fridge was running. She had to catch it.
Yeah. Her blender, always a blender.
Just blending.
Yeah.
All of her clothes.
And she just left it all on. She forgot.
She makes it up to Regan's room, and the window is wide open. It's so cold in there, you can see her breath.
Yeah, I think that's cool. She's shivering. That's a cool detail. That comes back.
And she comes in. Burke was there and was supposed to be watching Regan. The nanny had to go leave to pick up her antipsychotics.
She was pissed about that.
Very pissed. But Burke's nowhere to be found until you hear that he's dead.
He jumped
Out the window from Regan's room, which
down.
is very conspicuously placed by this gigantic staircase.
And tumbled he went. And
his head turned perfectly 180 degrees around.
Yep.
Broke his neck.
The police come.
Detectives are like, 180 degrees.
I think it might be a mistake. Yeah.
They're like, if it was 178, it makes sense, but.
So they got to call in the big guns now.
Yeah.
The family does. The mom, Chris, does.
And Regan's getting the big guns with psychiatric care. A little therapy session. The man's asking her if someone's inside of her. And he says he's able to hypnotize Regan into letting him talk to her. It seems to start working.
Into Pazuzu, yeah. Into Bang Howdy, whatever his name is.
Captain Howdy. Captain Pazuzu Howdy.
Spooky stuff.
But she strikes the psychiatrist, and then they must restrain her.
Like my therapy.
Really? That's what happens with yours?
In my teletherapy, yeah.
Your virtual therapy, you're always punching your therapist in the face.
It's a hard task, but I get it done.
And then you shove a cross up your vagina. That's how you always.
Is that the next scene?
No.
Oh.
That's just what you do.
Yeah.
At the end. So, a man comes to talk with Father Karras. He wants to know if he has any knowledge of witchcraft from his psychiatric end, from his time in medical school. And they're talking about that black mass desecration in the church with the dick and the spiky boobs, as well as Burke's death, who was found with his head turned around. They're like, this doesn't seem right. This
suspicious.
This was the detective guy that was hired.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So he's trying to get to the bottom of this. He's talking to somebody who knows
science, man,
spirituality, but also science.
Yeah.
And these two guys are trying to stay like one move ahead of each other, playing cat and mouse about what they know and what they will tell.
Kind of a cool little angle, side little angle.
I did the detectives like you like cinema? I get tickets. Let's go see Othello.
Good movie, by the way, Othello. I saw that.
What about The Tempest? The 60s, The Tempest.
Also good.
That's
fucking Orson Welles, baby.
That's a potential film for the season 9.
We should do it.
Because I listened back to an old episode. Good Luck, Chuck.
Yeah.
Great episode, by the way. Good Luck, Chuck is a fantastic episode.
It's a banger.
But in there, you and Seth made an agreement. You said if we watch Space Chimps 2 for Seth, that we would watch The Tempest. And you guys
virtually so we do have to do it.
We have to do it eventually.
That'll be great. He won't get it. The idiot.
He's an idiot. He doesn't know Prospero.
They can't. Or Caliban.
Or Taliban?
Caliban. With a C, Caliban.
Oh, I thought you said the Taliban. I was like,
he gets them plenty.
He too much. He knows about the Taliban. But yeah, they're playing cat and mouse, and docs are now starting to believe that this could be maybe some sort of possession. They're all kind of round tabling it with Chris there.
Finally, maybe.
In my medical knowledge, I'm diagnosing your daughter as possessed.
As demon. As Pazuzu.
As Pazuzu. Yeah, exactly. And they suggest an exorcism to Chris if they are the religious folk. She's not really. She's like, no, I'm not religious, but at this point,
I'll try anything.
Yeah.
Classic horror, yeah.
So Chris is putting Regan to bed when she notices a little cross underneath her pillow. Do you know who put that there?
Pazuzu. I don't know. I don't think so.
It wasn't Pazuzu. I know that. I think it was the handyman. I think she had mentioned that or something. And she sees that under there. The detective who was interrogating Father Karras found that artifact from Iraq.
Yeah.
That Father Marin had.
The demon head.
at the bottom of the staircase where Burke had died.
That's odd.
Something evil. How did Father Marin have it? But then it's ending at the bottom of a staircase.
It's demons and death are connected.
Like Pazuzu is forcing his way into people's lives.
Almost.
And he walks up these steps and shows up at Chris's home. And he is here to ask Burke if Burke was there that night he had died. She tells him all, everything that she knows. He's speculating in ways that Burke could have died. And he believes that someone was let into the house, murdered Burke, broke his neck, turned it 180 degrees around, and then pushed him out Regan's open window.
Far-fetched theory.
That was pretty, like the Pokemon.
Far-fetched, okay. I thought you meant theory, the Pokemon.
Farfetch'd isn't a great Pokemon.
No, he's got the special thing he can be traded or whatever. That's
Surf, yes, when he turns to Surfetch. Now that's where he gets nuts.
Now we're cooking.
He's got a shield. He's got
a
sword. I think he was a part of Ash's championship team before he retired.
I think makes sense.
Yeah. Well, he ends up, he asks all those questions. He's still speculating, but he finally decides to leave when he gets an autograph. Hey, can I have an autograph for my daughter? She's like, what's her name?
It's me.
It's just for me. So she gives him the autograph, but she's so disturbed by the whole thing. She has no time to relax as Regan starts screaming again upstairs.
She's having an episode.
Puts the little lock in the door and runs up. She goes upstairs to find the demon inside her, penetrating her own vagina with the cross that was left in the room.
Yeah, that's a nice image.
It's like a martyr's kind of image.
Yeah.
And the demon forces... This was worse because Chris tries to get her to stop. The demon grabs...
Yeah.
Pazuzu grabs her head and is just facing it into her daughter's bloody crotch, saying,
nice.
lick me, slaps her, traps her in the room, is able to move things telekinetically or whatever, and then starts sliding like this wardrobe towards her, trying to crush her.
She doesn't get to the trip though, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
She escapes the wardrobe and she sees another classic scene where Regan turns her head 180 degrees around. You're like, okay,
it's
Burke.
Pazuzu time.
No, it's Burke. That Burke has possessed her. That's because he turned his head 180 degrees around.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Yeah. That's some demonic shit. That's some cool old school filmmaking shit too.
The practical effects are crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Chris ends up meeting with Father Karras. She asks him all about his background in medical school and as a priest and how to perform an exorcism. He tells her that exorcisms are an outdated ritual. No one has performed one in years. And with his medical background, he doesn't see the necessity.
Yeah, I don't even think they're real hardly. Yeah.
Because of his understanding of mental illness now. He's like, if you can see past this is just, this is bipolar or schizophrenia that she's going through. And she's like, my daughter turned her head 180 degrees around. Pazuzu is not schizophrenia.
Yeah, no kidding.
Pazuzu-phrenia.
Pazuzu, I need a priest.
I need a priesto. I need a priest.
A musical number.
Priest coming out for the night.
The boxer guy's here.
Do you remember when Fairy Godmother performs that in Shrek 2?
No, but I do kind of.
Shrek 2's so good. I just watched it the other day.
Premiered at Con.
Shrek and Shrek 2. Shrek 3, Shrek 4, and Shrek 5, not so great.
What about all the Puss in Boots?
Honestly, I've heard great things. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, this one that came out this last year.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't. Had like a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes, though. Like, people loved it.
Yeah, I was briefly I think it's in the IMDb top 250 even.
Could be. It was nominated for Best Animated Picture.
Yeah, it was a tough year for it to win.
What won last year?
I don't remember.
Super tough year.
I think there was one good one.
It wasn't Turning Red. Turning Red. Oh, it was Alejandro Iñárritu's Pinocchio.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was a runaway.
So, anyway, supposedly to be a candidate for an exorcism, he tells her that a large investigation would need to take place to see if it is even warranted and then be approved by the church. So it's a long process. Chris is begging him to just come see her daughter, and he says that he will gladly see her, but as a psychiatrist, not as a priest.
He's the rare double duty priest. He can see her as a psychiatrist or as a priest.
Double trouble.
That's why he's the guy for the job. Him and Oldie.
So Karis comes to meet Regan as a psychiatrist, and she is just so deeply possessed. The instant he walks in the room, she's like, "I'm the devil." He's like, "Oh, great."
Yeah, I wonder which this is. Yeah.
Stating that Regan is in the room as well as his deceased mother, and you're like, "How the fuck does she know about this?" She even changes her voice at one point to that homeless man that's like spare
altar
change
boy guy, but he doesn't know the mom's maiden name.
The demon,
remember? Yeah,
Pazuzu. He doesn't say the maiden name, that? And then projectile vomits all over him
instead. Yeah.
And Father Karras, although he saw some shit, tells Chris that his best suggestion would be close observation in the best hospital for 6 months. But Chris tells him that she knows that is not her daughter. And if he has any inkling that this is not just some mental illness, that she would love an exorcism. She loves it.
She would love an exorcism.
She's begging for one.
She's fighting in there with Pazuzu and the mom and everything.
Yeah. And that detective guy's watching as Father Karras leaves Chris's home. Uh-oh. Some questioning and now some funny business going on.
Might die.
So Father Karras comes back with like a recorder for some evidence.
Yeah.
And he starts to sprinkle holy water on her, and she begins to speak in tongues, and he records it for evidence.
Because he needs something of her doing something she didn't do before.
Correct.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
another language or something shit.
I mean, the whole her speaking in the voice of the homeless man.
I don't know why that didn't count.
Seemed like very, you're like, oh shit. She said these exact words in that exact voice, but
he was convinced, but yeah.
And he's gathering all this evidence. He lets Chris know after he's done that he doesn't have a solid case. I thought it was pretty indicative, but he admits to her that the water he sprinkled on her was only tap water, and he said it was holy water. So she just could have been faking it the whole time.
I guess the real devil would know. That is a goofy little trick to devil. Makes you think.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's part of the devil's. You got your nose.
I got your red nose, devil. Well, as a last desperation attempt, Chris admits that Regan killed Burke Dennings and pushed him out the window. And he's like, oh, fuck. Because there's nobody else in the home.
Yeah.
My daughter is
a kid. I don't know.
My daughter is a murderer. And so he takes those recording tracks to Father Dyer.
Is that the old guy?
Oh, that's Father Marin. That Father Dyer was like the other younger one from the end of the movie with like the short hair.
Yeah.
And he was like on it. He like started to play the tracks, which are just in tongues. He's like, "You're an idiot. This is English and backwards." Like, wait, what?
So, which is demonic enough, you would think.
I mean, yeah. Can you speak full sentences in reverse?
No, that's insane, but doesn't count, I guess. The case was falling apart.
And I mean, like, they play the track backwards. Regan is saying, "Fear the priest, Marin, and I am no one," over and over and over.
Yeah. The guy's like, you got no case here, bud.
Hey, fear that priest, Father Marin, and I am no one. So, Father Karras is called immediately to Chris's home to inspect Regan. And he goes up there, and carved into the skin on her stomach, like coming from the inside, reads "Help me." Those are some good practical effects.
Yeah. I wonder if it's that guy Dick Baker or whatever who did Alien and all those. All the best practical effects come from like one tree of craft guys.
From all the Dick Bakers.
All the Dick Bakers.
And so he sees that, and he's like, he presents his evidence. He's like, this is too much. They grant him the opportunity to do the exorcism, but they say you need to find a partner. And they settle on Father Marin, the older gentleman from Iraq in the beginning, Max von Sydow.
Who they were talking backwards about. The lady was. The demon was.
Yeah. And supposedly he's experienced with this matter. He performed an exorcism in Africa 10 to 12 years prior that lasted months. Like,
That's
God
crazy.
damn.
My great deceased great uncle was an exorcist.
Really?
Yeah, for the Mennonite church. So I think they just talked for a long time. They didn't do any of this shit, but he was an exorcist. Uncle Jim.
Oh, Father Marin is like anonymously handed a letter in the woods by another priest saying
Classic
like you've been served. You're summoned to
exercise.
Serve. And so he comes to the house and you get that famous streetlight shot as Father Marin arrives in a cab at Chris's home. This is the poster.
Cover shot. Yeah.
And such great shots as he like exits the cab and closes the door. Shots of Regan's eyes as Marin nears. She knows, he knows, because if he's performed an exorcist on the devil,
they've danced before. Yeah.
Dancing with the devil. And so the instant he gets in the home, Regan from up the stairs just goes, Marin! I was like, oh shit, it is on.
Yeah, this is like a fucking Goku back and fighting his antagonist type shit.
Goku versus Frieza.
Is that the bad guy?
Frieza and Cell are like the big two bad guys.
The big baddies.
Vegeta is also like his antagonist, but then he helps him when it's against true evil. So
no, so it's the same.
Yeah, this is exactly like Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly. They follow each other.
And so Marin is briefing Karis on the situation, and as Karis, like, of what they need to do, and as Karis is trying to give him like background on Regan and everything he knows, Marin realizes that's not important. I don't care about who Regan is or what's been going on.
Devil.
It's the devil. We're just here to do the exorcist. The only important thing is ridding the devil from her efficiently.
Yeah, it's just a vessel for this guy.
And during the beginning of this exorcism, Regan is writhing and screaming. Marin is just calm and confident. He's done this before.
Not his first time around. I want to watch a movie about the exorcism that took months. That'd be crazy.
The exorcism that what?
That took months that he did.
Oh, I know, right?
That's a movie.
It's a 19-hour film.
That's good.
Karis is incredibly frightened this whole time. He's like shaking, holding his Bible, like trembling voice, reading
the man
passages.
Of science. Yeah, no kidding.
Then as they start, this bed is raising like crazy. More good effects. The lights are going. You see the face of that white face of the demon briefly. She starts oozing green goo from her mouth. She's flicking her tongue out like crazy, like a fucking snake or like...
This is like, yeah, all the effects being thrown at her at once. The bed's rising and slamming.
And Father Marin, he actually seems to be shaken a bit by it, but comes in with a vengeance.
Good monologue.
The devil is saying anything it can to get into the heads of the priest. Really starting to fuck up Father Karis with all the talk about his mom.
Mm-hmm. Who is dead, recently dying.
Who has recently died, and he actually loses it for a bit. He's like, shut the fuck up, you bastard. That's my mom.
Tries to hit the kid. Yeah.
I think he does punch the kid in the face.
Deservedly.
But pulls him off, and she sits up in bed and does the full head spin.
Yeah. Demonic shit. The classic exorcism shit.
And then she breaks her restraints and begins floating in the air as the power of Christ has taken over her body.
It's compelling her almost.
You could say that the power of Christ compels her.
Very popular movie made that phrase popular, I think.
Yes, for sure. And the entire house starts to like shake, like the foundation is cracking from the sheer power of this exorcism and the devil and Christ. And the priests are shaken like so violently that they fall on the ground.
Hard to get through, yeah.
And they hit the ground and get back up and see Regan standing on the bed moaning to that statue from Iraq that
It's
Father
there.
Marin had seen in the room. I was like, oh shit!
Yeah, it's the devil. It's Pazuzu. It's all of it together. It's an ancient
It's
deity.
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
I
He
don't
was
know if any
there.
of you guys saw this coming.
I did.
Definitely, if you were listening
My
to
third
us,
eye's seen
there's
it
no
coming.
way you would have known. But
No.
your whispering eye,
My whispering eye saw it coming. Pazuzu's back.
your vagina.
Yeah. Brown eye. Girl.
That's about butt sex.
The whispering eye and the brown eye.
Do you think your mom knows that?
I think so. I
How
think
do
you
you
told her
think?
enough. You told her 12 times.
First time I met Lucas's mom, we're at trivia in Missoula at the Thomas Mar Bar. She couldn't shut up about how brown-eyed girls about butt sex talking to her.
Which I don't think you're right about either.
But you know what we were right about?
Did we win that night?
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
Also, yes, we won trivia that night. $100
Yeah, we're
gift
ballers.
card.
We're ballers.
But after all this happens and that statue comes, Regan has calmed down. She's like basically passed out. And Marin proposes to Karis that they rest before starting again. But the look in Karis's eyes is so distraught. They're
You
sitting
can't
on
take it hardly, yeah.
they're sitting on the staircase, and as they rest, Marin goes to the bathroom to take a pill, basically.
Take a piss.
No, to take a pill.
Yeah.
And a piss. And as he's alone, Karis takes the time to enter Regan's room alone.
One-on-one.
And as he walks in, he sees his own deceased mother sitting on the bed.
That's fucked up.
She then changes to Regan's form, but speaks to her in his mother's voice. And he then listens. He takes his stethoscope out, listens to Regan's organs, and tells Father Marin that he's afraid that Regan's heart is too weak to make it any further. Like, if we continue the exorcism, she's going to die.
Fuck it.
So he loses his cool about his mother again, and Marin's asking him to leave the room, and he's performing the exorcism alone, and clutches that cross tightly.
While Marin does his thing.
While Marin does his thing, Karis exits the room and tells Chris that her daughter's going to live, no matter what. Even though he just said, I don't think.
Yeah, put on the brave face.
And then she lets that detective into her home. He's there.
The mustachioed one, yeah.
Yeah. And Karis heads back into the room to see
the final
Father Marin face down, dead on the bed, with Regan's body just seated up on the corner, just
all
staring
nice
at him.
Yeah.
Just basically laughing at him as he's
didn't
dead.
Take very long.
No, not at all. So Karis, realizing that Regan's not going to survive this, grabs Regan's body, just starts haymakering her, boxing, knocks her to the ground, starts punching, begging the devil to take him instead. So the devil happily moves it into his own body.
Obliges.
Much obliged.
Regan is cured. And he gets the golden fiddle. Yeah.
So he takes over his body, and as basically a self-sacrifice, Father Karis jumps out the window with the possessed devil inside of him, falls down those stairs that Burke had earlier, and kills himself.
Thus, essentially killing the devil along with him.
Yeah. And Regan comes to her own self, screaming for her mom to help her and confront her. She's just bloody and just starving and
but she's back.
In vomit. Dead bodies all around. And you cut to some time in the future. Chris and Regan are moving out of this house, and they're heading on their Europe trip.
Classic ending.
The nanny gives Chris that locket from the necklace that Marin had found in their room.
Mm-hmm.
This necklace keeps being passed around as kind of a safe token.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris tells Father Dyer, that other one that knew the tongues backwards, that Regan doesn't remember any of what happened. But as Regan looks at Father Dyer, she stares at his neckline, like the little white...
His crucifix thing.
The little white buckle that the priests have in their neck. Collar.
Yeah, his collar, yeah.
And then she kisses him goodbye.
Yeah, in a remembering, longing look.
Do you think she remembered everything that happened and that she's just kind of a front?
I think she just is symbolizing. Somehow she knew something about Catholics or religion being helpful in her life.
Yeah.
Maybe even subconsciously, but yeah.
Well, Chris hands off the necklace to Father Dyer for safekeeping. If he's going to be around this house and be in this town, he's going to need it. And he walks over to the stairs where Karis had died with the window.
Burke had died, yeah.
And Burke, with the window in the background of Regan's room, boarded up. He looks down the staircase. The iconic music plays the theme, and he quickly turns around and walks the other way. And that is the end of The Exorcist.
Good movie.
We exercised that for sure.
We exercised it to completion. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. That is the end of our movie. Lukas doesn't have quotes, but I do. And we've got some ratings and reviews, some from Seth as well. So let's take
a break. Did you see my text too?
Take a break. Take a quick break.
I might have to take a day-long break.
What? No,
at this time.
No, you're
I
good.
think I have to go to bed now because Alex is angry. Yeah.
She's hangry. You need to feed her.
She's a little hangry. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I can do 20 minutes.
We could finish it up tomorrow.
Let's do it. I can do 20 minutes.
Tomorrow?
Day-long break. You won't even know where the pot...
Yeah. Movie.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're okay.
Yeah, but she's like, get out of there. And I'm like, bitch, you a hoe.
You say that my name is on the lease here. This is my apartment.
Yeah, and I'm angry.
Don't make him angry.
I don't think I'm on my name's on the lease, so.
That's what I know. I don't think it is either. So, but tell her that. Tell her my name's on the lease. This is my apartment.
Yeah, this is podcast zone.
This is the podcast apartment.
The podcast studio.
I'm trying to think. I should save this as The Exorcist, and then I can just open this back up. How the Exorcist? What the hell? Exorcist. How do you spell Exorcist?
EXORCIST.
Yeah, that's. I was close, but I kept putting a C after the X.
Yeah, like exercise.
All right, there we go. I'll save it like this, and then I can just start it up tomorrow from there. Yeah.
Man, mine's taking so long to process. Okay, sounds good.
I was gonna say maybe we could have Seth on for the last little bit tomorrow, but I can't work. He's working, so
maybe I should be open anytime after like 6:30 or something.
I'll be good anytime after 8:30 a.m. So let's probably. Yeah. I say we shoot for like 1 p.m. How about?
Okay.
You do it. Cool. You do it from class.
I could do it in my prep, but I gotta do shit in my prep.
Don't do it. Don't do it in your prep period. I say do it in class. Have the kids comment on it.
Have the kids be guests.
Yeah. I have to put featuring in just every single name of your student.
Featuring my sophomore class. We could do it. All right. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're good.
Word. Peace, brother.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.